The Scary Encounter Series, Part 02. About a year ago, my dad used to live in a house in one of the cities in Arizona which I will not mention the name due to respected privacy. Now keep in mind, I lived a little farther from him at the time. Not long after he moved into his new place, he used to tell me over the phone that he would spend a couple of nights at a cheap motel. Now this didn't make any sense. Why is he not staying at his place? His response was that he couldn't sleep at the house. The drive to my dad's place took about 20 minutes from where I lived. Sometimes my younger brother and sister would go over to see him and they would spend a couple of nights at his place. I did notice that when I or my siblings would visit, he would stay at the house. On one occasion, my brother came to me explaining when he slept upstairs, he thought he saw someone standing at the end of the hallway, and that it spooked him. My brother was 14 at the time and I assumed either he was dreaming or it was just his imagination playing tricks on him. My sister never experienced anything like that when she stayed in the same house but slept downstairs in a different room. So one night my dad calls me to babysit my brother and sister, because dad was called in to work late. So I happily volunteered. So my brother and sister slept upstairs while there was a different room downstairs that I was sleeping in. I'm usually an insomniac but this time I sort of dozed off and fell asleep. But before I did, I had a timer on my phone that would have gone off at a specific time for me to wake up and check on the kiddies upstairs. I can't lie about this because I heard it, and this still spooks me just thinking about it. As I was sleeping, I heard a voice whispering into my ear. 3, 2, 1, and then the timer went off and I woke up. I thought someone was next to me but I didn't find anyone. Eventually I told a friend about what I experienced, and this particular friend, who I will not mention their name, tried to help me understand what it was that I experienced. So they dug around. And eventually I learned the truth. Before my dad had moved into that house, the previous owners were a couple that really loved the house but something had come up and caused them to leave the house. Their plan eventually was to move back at some point. So, they had summoned something to guard the house. And it has been there ever since. I look back at this experience and realize that there was, something in that house. It never threatened to harm us, at least it looked like it didn't try to. After that, we didn't visit the house so much. My dad moved out 6 months after moving in, due to contract policies, and eventually, the thing guarding the house, I called it the Guardian, for this story. Now I know why my dad couldn't sleep in that house.